Still trying to throw the ball. On first and goal, second and goal. Panicking at third. Fourth, I'm wishing for a muff.
Welcome to the 510 Huddle podcast with your host, Coach Zay.
And Coach D Lane, man. It's time to get into this. Been a long time coming, but we definitely excited to get this project out, get this thing going for you guys, so we can talk some authentic, real football talk.
Man, I'm excited. I'm a football junkie. I don't think I missed a snap of football this season. This podcast, we're gonna bring it all to you. We talking, we got coach interviews coming on. We got player interviews for everyone out here in the Bay Area. We got the Raider 49er talk. We got the draft combine coming up, so you're gonna get that all here. And also you're gonna get the inside scheme of the game. RPO was a big thing this year. We're gonna talk about that. And this podcast, you also gonna get prizes, man. We're gonna give out a gift card. We talk about it at the end of the pod. But man, I'm excited, man. How you feeling, D-Lane?
Man, I'm real excited, man. Let me go ahead and get the people a background of ourselves, and then we're really gonna dive into this. So myself, Coach D Lane. I played high school, Power Winner through high school. I ended up going junior college, Laney Junior College, in Oakland, California, and then from there I went on to play at Southeastern Louisiana. And yeah, man, and I've been coaching since then, and I'm real passionate about it. I knew probably middle of my senior year, I knew coaching was the way I was gonna go after I was done playing. But yeah, what about you, Coach?
Man, so I've been playing football. I started playing when I was younger, St. Louis Crusaders. Shout out to all my Crusaders out there. But, I played at, St. Louis, Ohio, MAC, played college at a few schools, and then, yeah, I'm just been watching football since I was younger. Always been part of the game. Decided, give my hot takes and my, and my, I feel like fact and right opinions on the game, man. So we got this podcast going. And the first thing, we want to dive into is the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, got to get those Super Bowl reactions.
Man, it was just, I think that was a legendary Super Bowl, in my opinion, and so I want to get to Coach Lane and see his opinion on, what do you think happened? What did the Patriots do to win this game?
Man, myself, I think Belichick out-coached McVay at the end. When you look back on it in hindsight, you'll say he outcoached them. But I thought both sides had a very, very well coached game plan. And I think Wade called a hell of a game. Coach Wade Phillips, defensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams. I think he called a real solid game. They both disguised things very well. But I think at the end, when I knew the game was over, was when we approached the fourth quarter. Yep. And ball game was still 3-3. And I was just like, everything's favoring the Patriots at this point. The Rams haven't put no points on the scoreboard. They got nothing going, no flow to the offense. Jared Goff looked shook in the pocket all night. When the fourth quarter came, I knew everything was in the Patriots' favor, and I thought Brady was going to bring it. I knew Brady was going to bring it home at that point.
Yeah, we see Tom do it. Consistently in the fourth, but I feel like this Patriot win was strictly Bill Belichick. He's the greatest coach of all time. Excuse me. He's the greatest coach of all time. I think I was watching a snippet, and he was worried about the roof, and right before kickoff, it was going to be open or closed, so what direction kick the football. The attention to detail is amazing. I think Bill Belichick put on a clinic. I believe he said he used the Lions game plan week 13, and he said slow down and it changed how Goff played, and that's what they did. They played zone all season. They ran man. I thought Bill did an amazing job.
What I seen, Coach. My thing, and I knew it. In the fourth quarter, when Goff, I think he threw about 2-3 passes in a row to Brandon Cooks. and one of them Cook should have caught for a touchdown. It probably was PI by Gilmore, but if you're great, you got to make that catch. It was right there in the bread basket. Should have caught that one, but the very next play, I think that's when Goff throws the pick, and it was just a snap and throw. Wasn't no read. You could tell.
Oh yeah.
It was predetermined where he was going with the ball, and that play right there just solidified to me that okay, he's been doing this all night. And then back to the point we was talking about before the show. Before the show had started, we were speaking on about how long can McVay talk to him in the headset.
Yeah.
And I thought once the huddle break, that's it. But I've been hearing rumors and different podcasts and different hosts and people tell me that McVay was talking to him all the way up to the 15-second mark.
Yeah, I mean, basically
telling him where to go with the ball.
Yeah, the 15-second thing, that's why Huddle works so well with, the Rams. But NFL, it's not like college. You can't just run no huddle. And part of that, running no huddle, you have to get plays in fast and get going. If you get them to the line, take your time, it's no point of running no huddle. So
okay, see, that's what, and like I said, that's why I think Bill did a great job taking away his first read because McVay's telling him where to go with the ball before the play snap. You take away that first read, Goff gets real shaky in that pocket, man, real timid, and at the end of the day, I think McVay didn't make certain adjustments and should have made some and could have called a better game. But I think it was more so on the quarterback not being confident in the pocket and basically shitting the bed, man, at the end of the day.
I mean, if we look at it, since the Rams Sean McVay got there, it wasn't Goff played amazing. It's not a quarterback-driven team. Gurley was the main guy. The reason he got the big-time money. The offense was through Gurley, and I looked at Goff as more of like a game manager role, such as like we've seen Alex Smith do it, Kirk Cousins. He has playmakers on defense, and Sean McVay is an amazing coach. And so we have great coaching. We see with Bill Belichick, 6 rings, 9 Super Bowl appearances, I think. So it speaks for itself.
You see, what my whole thing is with the Rams. I thought their offense looked completely different after Cup went down. What about you? What you thought?
I agree. Definitely because we look at it. But if we look at their offense, right? Let's just look at the talent. I would consider Gurley a blue chip type talent. Outside of Gurley, there's a bunch of B-level players. Cook's got traded 3 times for a reason. Robert.
But he can stretch the field though.
Yeah, but he got traded 3 times for a reason.
True.
You don't get traded.
Lost
he's
Super
one
Bowls
trick
in a
pony.
row.
One trick pony. You see
some out there saying is it him? Is it him?
You saw last year's Super Bowl. He got smacked up, out for the game. By what was that? Jenkins lit him up, out for the game.
Mm-hmm.
This year dropping 2 passes. So he's a one trick pony. Robert Woods, had an underwhelmed in Buffalo. Got the shot.
He had a good year this year.
Yeah,
got to the system.
Got a system, but he's not.
Well.
You don't game plan for Robert Woods.
Yeah.
They use 2 tight ends, Everett, Hickabee. So it's not an offense with amazing talent. You don't have to worry about, and
see. I think with Cup, it made it more of a balanced offense because the two guys you said, in Cook and.
I agree.
Cook and who was the other guy? Cook and
Robert
Woods.
Yes.
They can stretch the field a little bit, but Cup was that slot guy that could get open. He was that possession guy. He was that third down guy. He was almost that blanket guy. Yeah, sure hand
definitely
for Goff. And like I said, I don't know, just for some reason to me, like I tell people all the time, let's go back and look to McVay last year and then early this year before Cup went down. I swear they were more of a 3-by-1 team. 3-by-1 set, 3 receivers out there, 11 personnel, 1 tight end, 1 running back. And they using play action off that, but I just remember it was games they lost last year, early this year, where McVay got away from the run because he wanted to push the ball down the field so much because he likes the splash plays or whatever, and that's fine. But I think that's when they really get away from that identity. I think they should just continue trying to get back in that 3-by-1 set. That you can run play action out of it with the token faker or whatever to the back, but run Gurley to the outside some more. They split zone action. It's fine. That's fine. But I think I heard Romo speak on that. Yeah. Run the ball to the outside a little bit more in the second half of the Super Bowl, and they had some success with that. With pin and pulls, tosses, whatever way you can get the ball to the perimeter. They got to do that more with Gurley. And my main thing I want to ask you is why was Gurley hurt to you? And your personal after watching the game. Do you think Gurley was hurt?
I'm gonna say yes, only because we've seen how Gurley has played. We saw how he played at the University of Georgia. We saw how he's played since being in the NFL. And for him just to fall, look like a below average back just out the blue. You can't say that.
But he had a 16-yard scamper, cutback. I remember that in the middle of the game, third quarter, something like that.
I think
it was a nice cutback. And some said that 16-yarder might have been like a 30-yarder if he was healthy. You agree?
But look, it's a Super Bowl. Why wouldn't McVay play his blue chip, his A+ player in the game?
Yeah,
I think that leads to the next thing we want to talk about is how can the Rams get better next year? I mean, they lost the Super Bowl. I think we're talking like they got their butts whooped, but their offense didn't. The defense played amazing. Wade Phillips dialed up. So they got a few free agents coming up. I know Joyner's a free agent. Littleton, the linebacker's a free agent. Talib, my time to hang it up. It looks slow out there, man, but. Amazing career. So how
man, don't do my guy. Don't do my guy like that, man. Don't do my guy like that. To leave, I'll put him on some tight ends or something. I could work with him still. He still got that dog.
Yeah, maybe got one.
But Element was cooking everybody out there. If that's what you're going off of him, or going off of Element was making all of them look silly out there.
True, but Lisa said, how can the Rams get better next year?
Yeah, man, you asked a good question there. And I was gonna say, man, I got a few bones to pick with the Rams, man. They're a good, young, talented squad. Got some good coaching. But one of my main things, man, and before the season started, I didn't have them going all the way. Mainly, I didn't have them going all the way or winning it, mainly because I thought they almost added a little too much. And I had experience of that for the fans listening. Personally, I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. We'll get into the story how I became that later down the line. But all my life since I was a kid. So, we got our revenge on last year and I'm good. But I think that the Rams are a good young team. But they have to plug those holes on defense. They added too much, and I think it was too much. I think it was just too much. I think the way my Eagles did the same thing when we added Vince Young, Michael Vick, Nnamdi Asomugha. You remember Vince Young called us the dream team in the preseason? I thought it was the same with these guys. I think they just added too much defensively. And when you look at their defensive stats all year, they were averaging in the run game. They weren't gap sound in the run game at all year. You got those two monsters in the middle. It makes sense to me.
I think it was more based off the line. They're very weak in the middle. They had a good
backer.
Yeah, the backers.
Their backers is the weak point. I got that right. They definitely draft some backers.
They don't have true pressure off the end. Fowler, he's an up and down player. So Sue has not been. This is not Sue with the Lions.
I thought he should have a way bigger year.
This isn't Sue. I signed a $100 million contract with the Dolphins.
Yeah, now with Donald next to him, you should have a way more crazier year.
But Donald had 20
sacks
from the D tackle.
Like I almost if you asked me for the season, I probably would have betted Sue would have got that before him, just because you would have thought not 20, but I'm just thinking he would have no D tackle. But I'm just thinking you would, you know what I'm saying? You would have thought Sue would have a more dominant year playing with somebody that's getting the double team every time. You have to. If you're not double teaming Aaron Donald, you're drunk. If you're the coach, something wrong with you. You got to double team him. He's bench pressing two guys at once, man. That dude is strong.
Okay, so who do you think can really, who could they add with it? I mean, obviously Goff has to improve. He has to be able to change plays at the line.
Yeah, I got that written down too. They got to keep working with him.
Yes,
they got to keep working.
If Goff doesn't take that big jump next year, if I'm the Rams, I'm looking at, am I going to pay him? I'm not going to give a game manager big time money.
And you know who has the out to really do that and go that route? McVay. It's not his guy. He didn't draft him.
That's very true.
He didn't draft him. He can go out. He can get out. He can get out from under him.
Do you think the Rams are going to regret giving Brandon Cooks that extension?
I like Cooks. Like I said, he's a solid stretch the field, and you can work with him. I got to pull up the contract. Because I got to see, is it top 10 as far as receivers? Because if it's something like that, he might be a little too much to pay. Because I'm the believer sometimes, I believe in players getting their money. I'm never going to knock somebody. But if I got my GM hat on, I'm thinking almost the Patriots mode of you don't have to really cash out or have that big-time diva receiver to win. I don't really think you need to either if you got a bunch of the right pieces. You feel me? The right possession receiver, the right speed guy that can get down, stretch the field. Like, if you got the right pieces, I don't think you need that ultimate diva. And I ain't really gotta be diva, but that ultimate all-world class receiver. I don't think you need that.
I know if we look at Brandon Cook's stats,
Give us the last 2 seasons.
Let's look. He had career high in yards, 1,200 yards this year, 1,000 last year,
Okay.
1,100.
How many catches? How many catches last 2 years?
80s. So let's go down from 2018, 80, 2018, 65, 2017, 78, 16, 84, 15, and 53 as a rookie. As you see, he's a deep ball threat. He's a deep ball threat. I'm not giving a deep ball threat that much money because you can find deep ball threats. It's like you can find a small white guy slot. There's a bunch of those out there. And that's a lot of money because you still got to pay. You traded, second round pick for Marcus. He's going to do money. You just gave Aaron Donald a huge contract. Joyner's a free agent. You're going to lose him at 7.
I say move Sue.
Golf, I mean, you're going to
go get somebody else, man.
Sue's on a 1-year deal, though. So he's
was it one? I thought so. Okay. That guy.
So they're going to have some money to work with. I mean, you gave Gurley some money. So I think they're going to need to add. I would go in the draft. I feel like they should add the receiver Butler from Iowa State. He's a big body guy, 6'5". They need a big body go-to receiver. Now, Clark is coming back. He was that guy.
But it's going to take him about a year.
But honestly, I would replace Robert Woods with a big body guy.
I like Woods, and that's fine. But for me, I got him down in the draft. They got to get a backer, man. I'm talking about they got to get one of those Jalen Smith, Roquan Smith.
They don't got no picks. They traded
Vander Esch. They gotta find somehow or go get them a linebacker, man. They gotta get them a young linebacker to take that next step and help that defense because they weren't gap saying all year to me in the run game. The Rams at all. To add all that talent defensively, I thought they would be a lot better.
Yeah, I would say so. We're gonna say,
but they did improve and show their value for sure in like the last 2-3 games of the season. The playoffs definitely count, so I can't knock them on that for sure.
So I think we both agree that their biggest need is a linebacker. They need to address linebacker next year.
And golf needs to take that.
And golf has to take that step. We know McVay is. I mean, he's the best.
And this was a great learning experience for him.
He's 33. He is 33 years old.
The Rams will be back in the next. I'll give him at least another Super Bowl appearance within the next 3 to 5 years. I see at least one more. I see another one. You gotta build the right. The window.
If golf takes that step, yeah, definitely. And because McVay, he's already so good. He's gonna get on to coaches get better with time. So so let's not take away from the Patriots. They're the ones that won the Super Bowl, and so let's talk about Brady. How did Brady play this game? How do you think his overall performance was?
Let's see. To me, Brady, I think Brady almost looked more of a version of his earlier years, like his first few years of this in the league. He looked more of a version of that. And when I say that, more of a game manager. He threw a bad pick. They disguised him early. I think one of the DBs tipped the ball. Backer caught the pick, but it was a well disguised play that Brady threw the pick on. But he looked like a version of his earlier years, as far as just he was a game manager until late. And then when it got late, like I said, fourth quarter 3-3, I think anybody in America knows. And Brady got the ball at any point in the fourth quarter. I don't care if the Rams hold the ball for 12 minutes and don't get no points, only get 3. Brady, if he got a minute in the fourth quarter with any type of change left in the fourth quarter, Brady's good for it. When it's seen it time after time, all 6 of his championships are all fourth quarter game-winning drives. Man, it's hard to argue that the man's not the GOAT. I think he's the GOAT.
I think he is the GOAT. You got 6 rings, 9 Super Bowl.
This one, he is. This one, I was iffy, especially if he lost it. But since he won this one, he is to me, because I was more of a Joe guy. Even though I didn't get to see him play, I watched his highlights to see the numbers. Joe was 4-0 in the Super Bowls, and he never threw a pick in the Super Bowl. That's what's crazy to me. And he played in 4 games.
But I think
never threw a pick.
But you go to 9 Super Bowls, so you wouldn't tell him it's a decade of Super Bowls.
No, yeah. So he the GOAT, man. I can't knock him. It's Brady hands down. He got that, man. I'll give Brady that for sure.
And the thing about it with Brady is like,
and I think he solidified.
If you look at the first 3 quarters, if you look at the first. As
far as the GOAT status, I think he solidified.
And if you really think about it,
in the last 2-3
if you really think about the 3 Super Bowls he lost, it was like within 1 play.
All of them, though. They can't say that because he can easily be 0-9.
Yeah,
he can easily be 0-9.
But think about, or he could be. What if he was 9-0?
He could be.
He could be easily 9-0. He's 6-3.
That'd be some real Jordan.
He's 6-3, but 9-0. If he was 9-0, I feel like I could be 80 years old and then 90. I could die. My grandkids wouldn't see nothing else like that.
what the Patriots are doing, man, especially if you played the sport or ever been around football, bro, you'll understand that what they're doing is not normal. It's not normal, and we got to appreciate this, man. I hear people talking all the time about they're tired of seeing the same team in the Super Bowl, seeing the same faces.
And people that are saying that, if you from the Bay or a Warriors fan, you can't even say that. Like, you know, like, if you're a Warriors fan, I'm a Warriors fan. Like, you can't hate on greatness. Like, you gotta enjoy this. You know, we're not gonna see this again. Like, I wasn't alive and watching MJ. You know, so for us to see Brady doing what he do, I feel like it's the closest thing to seeing this greatness, like pure, undebatable greatness. You know, he's obsessed. I don't know if you guys saw the Tom Brady documentary on Facebook.
Tom versus Tom.
Tom versus Tom. That was great. You see, the man.
I seen some of it.
Yeah, the man is obsessed with football.
Machine. Him and Brian, I don't think nobody spend more money on their body than him and LeBron.
I think, but
in sports. And
I'm talking Brady's eating over here eating avocado ice cream, like not drinking a beer during the season. He's obsessed, you know. So
they say he watch film still right now, like all night and all day, like it's crazy.
Oh yeah, exactly. He said, I think he's talking about I'm willing to sacrifice, my life for this. If you're not willing to do it, how can you beat me? And that's true. That's true. I know a lot of guys they like football, they like what football does for them. I feel like he would be the type of dude that make it to the league out here playing semi-pro. Like he loves the game, coaching. Like he's obsessed with football. So so that is this the most impressive Super Bowl win of the Patriot dynasty?
Man, when you shot me that question earlier, man, that was the hardest one I had a time dealing with to answer because I had to really go back and look, and I couldn't get much film on the earlier ones. But I think to me, in my most recent memory, it's really a toss-up between the Seattle win and the Atlanta win for me. The Atlanta one was so impressive because they was down 28-3, and it was like as you're watching the game, it's like Atlanta does everything you think you could do to give them the game at the end of the game in that second half, and it's just like it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
The only reason I feel like this Super Bowl to me was a Bill game. Like when Peyton Manning was last Super Bowl, we don't think Peyton Manning he didn't win the MVP or anything. It was the defensive driven team. Yeah. I'm not Tom Brady made the plays to win this game, so it was defense with Tom Brady. So I might agree with
Shout out Brian Flores too, man, defensive coordinator for the Patriots. He was actually the play caller. African American, he's about to be the head coach of the Miami.
He's only 37 years old.
So shout out to that brother, man.
Exactly, doing his thing. Happy Black History Month.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think this is the most impressive, only for one simple reason. Brady is 41 years old. That's all. Like this man is 41. Yeah. 41.
But it's age.
That's the most. You're 41.
I get you on that, but the freaking rules and the way the game is played today, man, it's flag football out there for him. Did you see Chris? First of all, they shouldn't have been in the Super Bowl. If we really want to be real, if you remember Chris Jones, the pass interference player, whatever they called, roughing the passer.
No, it was 4. He lined up offsides.
Yeah, but no, and then in the same game, I think it was an overtime drive. They called Chris Jones slapping like his face mask like this.
It's bad calls though.
That was horrible.
Okay, but we could be saying right now the Rams was supposed to win the Super Bowl.
True. Yeah,
so
true. Yeah.
Like everyone that's played football, coaches,
I thought
everyone
Brady
knows
versus Breeze
you don't let the refs decide the game. So you score more points, so refs don't have to decide the game. Make it a 2-possession game, so the refs don't decide anything. Just keep it. That's what it always goes back to. You can't blame it on one call.
Yeah.
So that's. for me. You're 41 years old. You just won a Super Bowl, and you see the media. Everyone's been doubting the Patriots all year. They don't look the same. They lost a lot. Cause the Patriots always hot in December.
They always are late. They had November, December football team.
They said they lost a couple of games. They lost to the Dolphins. Freak play, but So I think overall, this for me this is the most impressive. Just kind of how Brady was, and and they did think about it. They didn't have real who are you scared of on offense?
And another reason why, what it is? I'm going to have to go with the Atlanta one. Now I'm thinking of it more because I'm taking your question. You saying more impressive Super Bowl. I'm like, the offense, they was impressive on both sides because in the second half of the Atlanta Super Bowl, they shut them out and then the offense took off. So I'm saying I just see it as more of a balanced Super Bowl as far as Brady and Belichick put their work in for that one. And I think that's their best one.
I mean, I can't argue that just because.
But I like this one too. Like I said, it's a defensive masterpiece in this one.
For shock value, it was definitely Atlanta because I'm watching this. I said Atlanta, God, I'm celebrating. I'm on my phone. I even look down. I relaxed. Yeah, so
I had money on Atlanta.
Exactly. So I mean,
Atlanta fans, y'all fake, man. I heard all them Patriots fans was at the game this year, the Super Bowl. Y'all letting them cheer and everything, man. That's fake, man. Y'all wasn't supposed to let that happen because they broke y'all 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
But I mean, to sum it up, we got now it's 7 months with no football to watch at all. So that's the sad part about the Super Bowl ending.
Yeah, man.
But we got Combine coming up.
Combine and the AFA is what is it?
The AAF. Yes, that's coming up this weekend.
Right?
This weekend.
Supposed to be like the G League to the.
I might check it out.
I
need my itch. I mean,
American Alliance Football Program, something like that.
I need to watch that.
Yeah,
we got.
I think it's gonna be on Fox and everything. It's going so it's legit. It's supposed to be a legit.
Yeah, we might have somebody on the show for you that's in the league.
Oh yeah.
So stay tuned. We have a lot of special guests. We got special guests coming up on the next pod. Combine's coming up on the 26th. This draft's gonna be on the next pod. We're gonna talk Raider Niners needs in the draft. Before we end it, we said we got special prizes for you guys. So we got a trivia question. So we need y'all to go to our YouTube page, like, comment, subscribe. And you gotta comment the correct.
At the 510 Huddle pod.
Thank you, Coach Lane. Yes, the 510 Huddle. And the trivia question, now if you get it correct, the first one to comment the correct answer and like to subscribe, you'll win a free $25 Visa gift card. We just want to, we thank y'all for listening, and we just want to give out free stuff to y'all. We appreciate y'all. So the question is, can y'all name all of the last 6 Patriots Super Bowl MVP? So all 6 wins, which Patriots won?
And you can reach out. We definitely want the winner to subscribe and like and comment and follow on all our YouTube and SoundCloud. We'll also have this on Spotify for you guys, Apple Music as well. But you can also shoot us your answers, on Instagram or Twitter. My Twitter is that guy, Coach D Lane. Is it Coach D Lane? No, it's Coach D Lane. Coach D Lane. Coach D Lane. I'm tripping. It's Coach D Lane at Coach D Lane on Twitter. You can DM me and DM Coach A your answers to that as well, and we will definitely pick a winner out, and that'll be on our next pod. Our winner.
Yes, and then
give me that information.
Yes, you can follow me on Twitter, IG at Isaiah Walters, ISIAH Walters. Yeah, man, feel free to hit us up on social media with questions or things you want to talk about on the podcast. Give us suggestions, anything, man. So, thank you for tuning in. It's the 510 Huddle.
Out of here.